Hi and welcome to Pumpkin's Nail Station. Today I'm going to do a quick breast cancer awareness manicure. So I'm just going to, whoops, that was a whoopsie. I need to clean my nails now. There we are, or something. I just put stamping top coat as a base coat on my finger. Oh dear, never mind. Right, not the day for me today. So I'm just going to put a base coat on my nails. I'm just going to do a regular polish manicure today. Just a quick breast cancer awareness one. October is the month to do a manicure to raise awareness for breast cancer. So even if you don't have a channel, or you just have an Instagram or Facebook or whatever, if you're not a social media person and you do your nails anyway at home, you can do a manicure as well. Yeah, it's just basically pink is the theme. So I'm going to use a pink hollow polish. I'm going to use that for stamping, and I'm probably going to use a bit of black as well, just to band off the nail. And yeah, and I might use a little touch of this on the edge of the nails just to break it up and give it a bit of colour, which is the She Modern ombre pigment, but I haven't decided yet. So I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'll come back when I've got two layers of this polish on, because I think everybody knows how to use polish. It's the Beautybigbang. Let me just make sure you can see it. It's the Beautybigbang hollow polish, so you can see how beautiful that is. So it's number 7 that we'll be using, and this one is number 10. It does say nail polish, but you can use them for stamping. You may be able to use that for stamping as well. And yeah, and I'm going to be using a Nicole diary foil glue and a Born Pretty plate, which is BPL006, and we're going to be using that image just there. And I may use one or two of the lines just to create a line across the nail there. So I'll be right back. Bye. Alright, so I'm back now then. So I've decided I'm just going to do at least one layer on camera of the hollow polish. I just think it was a bit tight, at least not doing it once for you. I am doing this with my non-dominant hand, so I may have to do some clean up at the end. Trying to be as steady as I can. I barely use this left arm as it is, so, but I can still paint my nails. So that's a good thing, I suppose. Can't do anything else with it, but I can paint my nails. Right, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to do another coat of it, and then I'll return. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So now I'm going to add a little bit of foil glue to the tips, just to these parts here, because I want to add a little bit of the ombre pigment to the bottoms of my nails. So because this is a regular polish, you have to apply the ombre pigment dry. If it was a gel polish, then you would apply it using a no wipe top coat. So I'm just going to get this, because I'll actually tell you the truth, this is the second attempt I've done at this manicure, because I actually made an epic fail. So yeah, so I've done it again. So I'm going to post the picture now of the fail that I made. I won't lie and make out this was my first attempt. I've decided not to use glitter because actually I made a right mess of it. So I'm just going to dry this foil glue off with a lamp, I mean with a fan, so it only takes a few seconds. And then we'll dry dab this on, so we just crush it down a little bit just to take out any bits because it can come out a little bit lumpy, so you want it to be fairly smooth. So it's taking a bit of time to dry, so I'm just probably going to let it dry and then I'll come back. Okay, so we're back. So we've got some on the sponge already, so remember it needs to be dry. I'm going to move that out of the way, and then we're just going to dab it onto where we've put the foil glue. This is just so it gives it a little bit of a little bit more of a contrast. You can just keep dipping it in to get more powder. I'm probably only going to do one layer of this, but if you wanted it more opaque than how this is going to turn out, because it's actually going to look a little bit pink when it's been blown down, I'm probably just going to get the back end of the sponge to just remove any excess powder. And probably going to put some hollow curves on this part of the nail to break it up. So I'm going to top coat these now, and then when we come back we'll be adding some hollow curves and we'll be stamping some breast cancer awareness ribbons in pink. So I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back. So next stage is we're going to use these She Modern hollow water decals. So they're the holographic curves. I've cut them up into 4s. I mean, I've decided to do a double curve on these, but you can just use one of the curves if you want to. I'm also using the bottle on the She Modern for water. So I'm just going to soak these in some water. I'm going to give them, you know, about a minute or so just to soak up. And while they're soaking up, I'm only going to demo this like once, maybe twice or something, just because it might take up a bit of time. So just drop a bit of water onto the nail. You're going to need something like one of these as well. So we'll just get one, pull it off of the table, get it. Right, so we're back. So we're at the decal stage now. So you're going to have to soak your decals and then get something that looks like this. So I'm going to get one of my decals in my finger. So I've got it. And then I'm going to get a little bit of water on one of my fingers. And I'm just going to rub it on to a few of the nails. It doesn't have to be soaking, but just a little bit, just enough. And then curled that up a bit. There's nothing I can do about that. So up. Okay, right. So now we're gonna pop it on top of here like so. Because we've wet it, we can manoeuvre it round to where we want it. So I'm happy with it. I just want it a bit lower down. So I want it about there, like so. And then we're just going to get something like this, and we're just going to dab it gently on there. That will set it into place. I've decided that using little water is best for me, and it tends to work quite well. And what I'm going to get now is a few I'm just going to get my cuticle nippers. I'm just going to cut this bit off the side here, like this, because we don't need that. So I'm going to cut off as much of it as I can. Nope, doesn't want to work today. I'm going to get my scissors and cut off this edge bit. We don't need it. We don't need that. And that is fixed into place. And then what we'll do is we'll do some clean up at the end. So we'll do another one. So I'm just going to pull this down, have that in my hand the right way around that I want to work with it. Get a little bit of water and pop it onto this finger like so. Let me just make sure you can see what I'm doing. So yep, so we've got it like that. So we're going to pop this on to the nail like so. Because it's a little bit wet, you can manoeuvre it round to where you want it. Oops, it's wrinkled a little bit there. Be careful not to do what I've just done there, correct the damage. So manoeuvre it exactly where you want it before you start setting it. So just move it around. Just going to pull this a bit down. Here we go. So I've got it where I want it. So now I'm just going to get this and just over the top. This will just soak up any water that's there and set it into place. Okay, so now we're at this stage and I'm gonna do the clean up. So I'm just gonna get everything that I need to, I'm just gonna clean the edges up off camera. Basically all you're gonna need to do it is a bit of acetone and a brush, and you're just gonna go into the edges there with a bit of acetone. So I'm just gonna do that off camera just to speed up the video, and I'll be right back. Okay, then what I'm going to do is, because you can mix gel top coats and regular polishes as long as they are dry, I chose to do hollow curves without thinking. If I'd put something like Seche Vite on them now, they would just go grey. So you can use the decals with regular polish, but hollow just doesn't work. But the other ones do if you use a water-based top coat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a gel top coat to cover these. But before I do that, I'm just going to do the stamping, I think, and then just top coat it all in one go. So we're going to go for this pink ribbon just here, and we're going to use this stamper and this scraper. Put plenty of your stamping polish in there, scrape it downwards, get your stamper, do that, just move that out of the way. We wanted that one facing downwards, so I was just having a look at how I wanted to have them facing. So I'm just going to move that out of the way, just make sure you can see what I'm doing, and I'm just going to pop this pink bow on to the nail bed, and we've got that. And then we're just going to clean up the stamper head. Probably best to use a lint roller, but it's in the drawer, so I'm just going to use the tape because that's what I have to hand. So now I'm just going to speed the camera up because I'm going to put one on each nail. Okay, so we've got that. I'm just going to clean that bit off, polish up so it's easier for me to work with, and then just clean up my plate. It's always best to clean up polish because you're bound to stick your fingers in it, and then discard of anything that you don't need. And now I'm going to put the gel no wipe top coat on to finish. If you don't use the hollow and you use something else, then you don't need to use a gel top coat to finish. Just I don't want to lose the hollow and for it to go silver. But you can top with a gel top coat on regular polishes if you want to give it a better seal. It does work as long as the polish underneath is completely dry. And then just to remove it, you would just soak it, you know, in a bit of acetone or a, you know, one of those prep and wipe pads for about 5 minutes or so, and it should just come straight off. A no wipe top coat will be quite easy to remove. So I'm just going to cure this, just make sure I've covered everything. The top coat that I've used is the Aimeili, which is one of my favourite top glosses. It's super shiny. I realised how shiny it was the other day when I used it again. So yeah, so that is the finished manicure. I won't bother coming back because it's not going to look any different. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to take part and do a manicure yourself. Even if you don't have a channel, you have an Instagram page or a Facebook or social media, anything, you know, you can do anything, and that's it. But actually I might just add a pink gem onto there because this is a special occasion. I'm going to break into my Swarovski crystals and just pour some into my hand. Just going to pop some on the table, and I'm just going to get my gem picker. I'm just going to put this onto the no wipe top coat because they'll stick to that perfect. So let me just get them there, and I might just add it just right to the side there or something. There. These are a little bit big, but who cares? Bigger the better sometimes, and this is a special occasion, so I'm gonna break out the crystals. Probably should have gone for a smaller size in these, but hey hey ho. So I'm hoping these stick. So yeah, so that is the finished manicure now then, with a few Swarovski crystals added to it. So let's just lift it up and see if we can see it. Just bring that down. And yeah, I like it with a little crystal at the edge. I think it looks pretty cute. So yeah, so the whole of October you can do one of these manis as well, just to show your support to breast cancer awareness. So that's everything then. So thanks for watching. Bye.